Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Barndo. Today I'm going to be going through an above and beyond scrim, and it was versus Emphatic Elite. Now, it was only a 25 versus 25 player, as EE didn't turn up at the required time, agreed upon time, and Aussie Addicts, we did have quite a few players in the lineup, and it went past the time that we could be playing, so we had other arrangements lined up. So yeah, one of those things, I guess, with organised wars, you have to be prepared to organise and be varied at different times of wars. There's been a war where I've had to wake up at 4 a.m. before to do my Town Hall 11 attacks. But this one here, they just didn't turn up at the agreed upon time for an hour, and that put us past our comfortable time. So, yeah, a bit disappointing, but that's about my rant on that situation. So, what we've got is 25 versus 25. It was one Town Hall 11, 4 Town Hall 10s, and then 20 Town Hall 9s. And you can see through all the attacks there, and the attacks now for EE. 2-point loss. 2 percentage points as well, I think it was. Sorry, I have got statistics. It's a little bit different for me doing a wrap-up of a war that I haven't been a part of. I've got a lot of passion for this game, especially when I'm in a war myself. And anyone that's played with me knows that I can definitely get passionate, sometimes a bit over-passionate. But overall, it looked like it was quite an exciting war. It would have gone right down to the wire. Let's have a look at the defence now. It was interesting to see EE, they're an international clan, part of the FPC, and they did have a lot of fails on Town Hall 9. So you can see there was one base took 5 attacks, one base took 4 attacks, and then 4 bases took 3 for them. On the above side, there was 2 bases took 5. I'm going to do a fail-safe on base number 17 and show a few thoughts on that base. One took 4 and then a couple took 3. So really in the end, very close on the fails. It's such an interesting thing to see that Town Hall 9s can struggle at the moment when, you know, we're getting more units, upgraded units available through clan castles, different strategies, styles, and to see both clans struggle at 9s level, and that's to do with base building. Friendly challenges just come out now as well. So, yeah, just a really interesting thing to see. I'll just turn some volume down on another device. Now, what was also interesting was it was a 6-star war from Danny K9, and that was on the Town Hall 10s hitting down. We did see a Baby Dragon on their number 1, and that was with the level 1 Dragon, so it's definitely possible. We saw a couple of fails on that base as well. I think it did take 3 attacks to get the 2-star on that. So I think as the guys start upgrading the units, it's all well and good for people to show strategies with maxed out units, someone that's gemmed them, but it's just people getting used to these and actually running them. So that was good to see. I think the Town Hall 10 strengths were a little bit different. Like, I'll show the hit on number 2, but it was an 88k base, but the horrible side of 88k. And my precious, I hadn't looked at the name before that. I can't do a voice. I've got a bit of a flu at the moment, so I definitely can't do a Gollum voice. But you'll notice the cannons were a little bit low. There was a few archer towers. It's that horrible side of 88, 89k where you've got maxed point defense, and that's certainly much better. I do think their number 1 can hold his or her head up high. They did have, both were fresh hits on 2 and 3, and he hit a 3-star on Tay and then a 2-star on PB in a war where they were really struggling for points. Yeah, it's just one of those things. They did have fails on Enigma. Really interesting to see. They had 2 Town Hall 10 fails as the hit downs. And then, of course, above had the 1 fail as well, and that was Yash. I've talked about perceived pressure before. 10s are expected to 3-star the 9s, but it's hard sometimes. You know, people have got these good bases. There's this pressure. You go in, it's a pressure cooker. Can you get through it? And it just would have been exciting to have seen it live. So really in the end, above come away with the win. 2 stars, a couple of percentage, and that's the 1-star on number 6 being the difference on the Town Hall 9s, and then of course 2 3-stars on the 10s compared to the 1. So yeah, let's go through them. I'll show this attack from K9. Other interesting stats that I did notice, I'll just put it through at normal speed. Other stats I noticed that were interesting. Above had 4 Town Hall 9s with the 6 Star Wars. That was Enigma, Albert, myself, and King Tango. Emphatic Elite, they had 2. They had 4 as well. So they were both matched on that. Above had 3 Town Hall 10 hit downs. Emphatic Elite had 5. Out of the Town Hall 9 first hit 3 stars, this was what I found really interesting, was above had 11 first hit 3 stars to Emphatic Elite 6. So there was a 5 difference there. So it's taken them above a massive number of attacks to finish off those remaining bases. And it did show at the end, you know, where Emphatic Elite still would have had a chance to have won the war right up to the very end. Small 25 versus 25. Definitely, you know, anyone's game right up until the end, I would have expected. So, yeah, really good. I've got 4 Town Hall 9 bases to show after this one. And this is a Govar Ho, ultimately. I think there was one Golem in there, and just Mass Valks using the Warden's ability through the midfield, and then Tail Hogs. So you can see the point defences, like I was saying, the cannons were all Town Hall 9 level. There was still some Archer Towers that were the level 11s, I think, something like that. So, yeah, definitely the horrible side of 68k. And it's just one of those things, you know, we do these organised wars, and it's always a real time trying to get your defences up and all that kind of stuff. Now, on the first hit 3 stars, this was an interesting thing. There was 11 for above and beyond, and out of those 11 first hit 3 stars, 7 of them were Mass Valks. What am I going to show next? Number 6. So 7 of 11 were Mass Valks. I did think Valks would cop a bit of a nerf this patch. And that was due mainly to the spring traps, but it doesn't look like they're making much of a dent. So it'll be interesting to see how Supercell deals with that. I think there'll be a second nerf coming. I think it's probably needed. And you did see it with Witches. It took 3 nerfs with the new Witches to get them in line and get them so they weren't too overpowered and just spam them down. So I'm not saying that Mass Valks, you know, it's not a good strategy, but it is a bit of a spam army. It's about reading a base. It's about making sure your Valks part the way you want them to, but then also it's about guiding those spells in the perfect spots. And definitely at A and B, the guys know their Mass Valk strategies. They do know how to get them down and read the bases. Now you see Albert here with a Govar Ho. This was obviously a fresh hit. And he has read this base really, really well. The Hound in the Clan Castle. I do love the picture on the new Hound. They are pretty awesome. And you see the tail end Hogs. Unfortunately, a bit of bacon at the end there, but still got his old Jimmy Bob up. Still got his Queen. They're both on pretty big health. And a few Valks as well. So, yeah, definitely got a raid from Albert. I have had Albert in many videos. And he is a Govar Ho specialist. And even before the Valk, you know, upgrades and buffs, Albert was punching out these armies. Now, let's have a look at number 7, and this was Enigma. Enigma had a 6-star war, I think I did say. Yeah. Where are we, Enigma? Now, he's gone in with a bit of an interesting combo. You won't see this very often. It's a Govarlo, so Golems, Valks, and Loons, and obviously some Wizards and stuff for the herding. So you see Lightning's out, removes an air defense straight away. I probably would have gone with the Max Earthquake myself and tried to get that Archer Tower killed at the same time. So it's one of those little things, is looking at your 1% motivations in armies. And I actually do think this is a Loon in his Clan Castle as well. So good healthy amount of Valks for the kill squad. Now you see he walks past a Tesla farm. He's going to knock them on the head. Now his Valks will take a fair bit of damage. And he had the heal prepped up for that, so that's perfect. The Valks got the top up, they'll need to get into midfield. The Queen, she's still got tanks in midfield. Golems are still alive. Old Jimmy Bob's still up. Down goes the enemy Queen. We'll speed this up a little bit, and you see now he starts with his Lava Hound out of the Clan Castle. Loons as well. There's no spells for this. This is all dry. But Queen, Jimmy Bob, they're still going through midfield. Probably slightly off with his Loons, but just a really, really good base read. You won't see too many combos like this. and it was definitely a good one to watch after the war and sort of go, yeah, well done, mate. That was an excellent raid. I must say as well, seeing a lot of mass Valks and above this war, there was a big variety of other raids. Where are we going now? We did see a couple of Chain of Thought Bando. We did see a couple of Pentahounds. I did see some Golar Loons and some Govar Laloon as well, I saw, which was pretty cool. Now, what have we got here? This is It's, and this is one of these mass Valks that I was talking about, so definitely a strong part of the war here, even after the patch, and the guys look like they have tested it quite a fair bit after the patch, and you can see the Golem goes down now there, and the mass Valks behind, and very good herding on that, good positioning. Baby Dragon in the Clan Castle now. We shouldn't be using a Baby Dragon and minions. It should definitely be just the Baby Dragon. You see there it goes to rage after those minions are dead. Before that it's no real use. So definitely good to make sure of that. You can see the Queen targeting onto the Valks, and they get absolutely smashed very quickly. It's Queen is hung back now. Does luckily have a few Valks there tanking for him. Got minions mopping up the outsides, which works well. Has to pop his Queen. Second heal hit the floor. I think the third heal is going to come in shortly. There you go, third heal. So the reason you can see this army is just so strong, that's 3 heals out of the 4, and there's no need for the remaining heal. That's a swag heal drop. Doesn't even, there you go, swag heal drop at the end there. So you can see it's such a strong army. It wasn't huge heroes or anything like that. It does have quite small heroes. I'm going to go in with one more attack now. It's quite a low one, but I did like this army, and this was General Z. And what did he use? A Queen Walk with a Goho. So this was pretty cool because he's just got the 3 healers for his Queen. She is quite a big level though, 26. Does a fairly good herd for his Queen, and pushes the Queen inside, and then goes a good chunk of Valks and some Hogs to finish it off. So pretty interesting concept base. I can't say I've seen one. I guess you do see them every now and again with the 4 Wizard Towers together, but you throw in some strong units into there, and those Wizard Towers are just going to do bugger all. So seeing goes Jimmy Bob, in goes the Valks. He's got a good jump for that. Now he was quite lucky. Those loons were still up, but they just got just enough in that poison. He did take the 2 poisons with him, so he's done that well. Obviously, like I said, these are all first hit Town Hall 9 armies. Does throw his Hogs into those Wizard Towers. Probably wasn't the best spot to use those, but you can see there's 8 or 10 Valks or something like that left, so has absolutely smashed that base. So that's good to see, because I know at A and B in a few of our wars we've struggled on some of the bottom bases before. It's a bit of a mind game. It's a really, really funny thing to see. But yeah, overall, I guess where did Emphatic Elite lose this war? I would have to say they've probably lost it in the Town Hall 9s. They've had to have 5 hit downs to 3 with the Above and Beyond. That's allowed Above and Beyond a bit of time. I know Above did use at least the one Town Hall 8 hitting up. Town Hall 9 hitting up. Where was that? It's hit there, number 3. So I know there was probably a couple more as well, but I didn't read through exactly. So yeah, overall, really good to see after the patch. This is the first update I've seen with a proper war, with the Skillet Springtrap starting to come into effect. And Valks, they still look like they've got it. The Redheads are there. Definitely strong to go, and well done Above and Beyond. Unlucky for the Emphatic Elite. And yeah, hope you guys had a bit of a laugh, and clash on.